Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kagam. Today we're doing a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to step out in a bit. So I want to go out for a drive, go to the peninsula. Most of you know I live in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. There is a peninsula and that's like where Oyster Bay is. So I'm going to go there, just go and chill out there for a bit. So I wanted to, look nice, look presentable. That's like the more like upscale part of town. So I'm gonna do my makeup and then we're gonna chat about some hot topics and just a few things that have been on my mind. And I have something super exciting that I want to tell you guys about. It's like a special announcement. It's about the channel and it's about the things you're gonna be seeing this year. I'm so excited. So let's get started. Everything is linked below that I'm using. So starting with skincare, makeup, doing skincare, makeup, and then I've already done my hair like off camera, so that'd be easier. But I've lost like my like the mirror. I had this really cool like mirror with contour from MAC, and I don't know where I put it, and I know that I came back with it from Europe, but anyway, whatever. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about is Anna Wintour banning the Kardashians from the Met Gala. What do we think about this? I know everyone's like talking about it and covering it. I know that people are tired of them and many people are like, oh my god, done with the Kardashians, they're cancelled. I think the Kardashians might actually be done though this time. I think they're actually done. Like I was thinking about it, so many people are over them and people seem like, I don't know, don't you guys get the impression that people seem like completely exhausted with them now? Like, and I've said this before, Anna Wintour isn't the like arbiter for me for everything. I know that so many people put her like on this huge pedestal and stuff, and obviously she is very important in fashion, but I do think it's fascinating that she has like apparently banned them. So we'll see if they actually go. I'd love to know what you think about the Kardashians potentially being banned from the Met Gala. So tell me what you think about that, because that one I think is very interesting and something which I think a lot of people maybe didn't see coming. Like I definitely didn't see them potentially being banned coming. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that one. I wanted to talk about something which I've also seen that a lot of you guys have also been mentioning to me, and also been seeing like influencers and bloggers saying how they're kind of done with luxury and done with like luxury shopping and posting about luxury and luxury like influencing, whatever. I wanted to chat about that and know where you guys stand. Like, how do you guys kind of feel about luxury today? Are you still interested in it? Are you still covering it? If you have a channel, do you still talk about it? Do you still cover it? And if you're just someone who watches my channel, do you still care about luxury, or are you over it and you want to do other things now? I'm super curious to like know what's going on, because I have noticed a huge shift. I think I started taking my channel seriously around the time of the panoramic. And during the time of the panoramic, like many people were at home, and I think that had a huge impact on people like watching luxury content, and people were stuck at home, had nothing to do, so were spending a lot of money. I'm starting to think that maybe a lot of the people who follow luxury content on social media are like losing interest. Because I have also noticed, like, for example, this year, I don't think I'm going to do Vlogmas this year. Like I did Vlogmas last year, but I don't know. It just didn't really seem like that many people cared about Vlogmas this time. And I saw like other creators talking about it, like saying how not that many people like were particularly like interested in Vlogmas this year, well, for 2022. I saw literally heaps of creators talking about it from different like niches and markets and stuff. People saying, oh, people aren't really interested in Vlogmas and people don't really care. I did notice that less people watched. And I remember telling my husband, and he was like, more people I think are at home with their families, considering that the panoramic, you know, really ruined people's lives and stuff. Like maybe more people are just focusing on just like their families and on all the rest of it. And I think that's fine, don't worry, I'm not mad or angry or anything. But it's just something that I noticed that even Vlogmas was really quiet. It just wasn't like as busy as it seemed. I'd love to know you guys' thoughts. Anyway, this year I'm definitely not going to do it. I did it. I've done it. I think I've done it twice in a row. 2020. Yeah, that's right. I think I have, or I haven't. I don't remember. Did it December 2022. December 2022, December 2021, at the end of the month, I remember we went to Paris. I'm pretty sure I did it then. And I had like filmed ahead in advance and stuff. It's just super interesting to see like the shift. I think that the interest in luxury is very high, but I don't think that people are on YouTube watching luxury right now. Like the feeling I get, and even like if I look at my analytics, like so many people are finding me through Google. Like I get so many people who come to support me, and it's like through Google, and that's like where a lot of the support is coming from. So I'm super curious to know like what you guys think. Like, do you feel like luxury is still interesting to you? Are you still watching luxury YouTubers, or are you done? I know that there are a few YouTubers who've stopped filming, and many people have actually decided to stop filming. I'm not going to stop filming. I actually have big plans for this channel, so we'll talk about that now. So let's talk about what I'm planning for the channel. I am definitely still in the game of this channel in terms of like filming and stuff, obviously as a hobby. I know you guys think, oh, luxury YouTubers make all this money posting videos about Hermes. No one is making a pound, penny, shilling, euro posting about Hermes. I was looking at the analytics of my Big H videos from Paris, the one about Hermes. I think it has like 5,000 views and literally hasn't made any money. Let me even look at it right now to see how much money it's made. Okay, I'm literally telling you now, it has not made any money. And by any money, I mean like money which for me is relevant, like money which I care about, like what I consider to be like Gucci money, or Johannesburg money. Okay, like it has not literally has not made any money. So let me Google it. It did well. Many people watched that video. Obviously people love Hermes content, so of course people watched it. Yeah, here is Hermes haul, Hermes Paris haul. Okay, let's see the analytics. 4,800 views. Hang on, let me find it. Okay, so I'm literally gonna show 4,800 views. So it's basically it's at 4,900 views at this point. Okay, because it's like 4,897. So let's say 4,900 views. It's made $47.75. I can't even buy a nail varnish with the money that it's made. It's made $47.75. For the Tanzanians watching, that's 100,000 Tanzanian shillings. Like, I would take that and go to the peninsula and go out for drinks and have a pizza and get absolutely, you know, have a great time at a restaurant with that. Like, it's literally has not made any money. Okay? Just charged my phone. So this idea that YouTubers are going to Paris and filming all this content and making tons of money is rubbish. I've just told you, my Big H Paris video, okay, has 4,900 views and has made $47. I can think of many ways I can make $47 very quickly, and I don't have to film a video for hours and have people being nasty to me in comments and writing rude, nasty comments like on that video about me shopping in Paris and all the rest of it. So this idea that luxury YouTubers are making tons of money from YouTube is absolute rubbish. You literally, it's pennies. It's pennies, okay? Now, there are some people who do like well and who do quite well and make a lot of money, but they have lots of ads in their videos. I don't, not because I think I'm too good for them, but it's because I have never like found the right sponsor. So if the right sponsor comes along, for sure, I would take a check, but it has to be the right sponsor. I've gotten a lot of requests, but I feel like a lot of people who come to me with sponsorships don't really understand me. I remember once getting a sponsorship from this like brand that makes vegan plant-based shoes, which is super cool, by the way. That's very dope, but I post about exotics and I like fur. Like, I don't know, like I was worried, like, do they understand me? Do you understand me? Like, have you watched a video that I've posted? Because I talk about exotics all the time. I talk about fur all the time. And I've made it very clear on my channel. Do not come here, you know, do not come here and get buck in the comments about fur, because I will drag you, okay? I remember when they contacted me, then there was like another company that makes like natural, no, not natural. They make like lab grown jewelry. and they were like, oh, can you promote our lab grown diamonds? And I'm always talking about natural diamonds and why you should buy natural ones, not just because they're beautiful or whatever. And as far as I'm concerned, a natural diamond is a true diamond. I know people are like, oh, they're the same, blah, blah, blah. But to me, if it's not from the earth, it is what it is. But I've talked about that a lot. So sometimes I feel like also with sponsors, it's like they don't watch your content. And me as a marketing person, like I always, when I was doing influencer marketing work behind the scenes for brands, I would always like check to see if the influencer was the right fit. So anyway, the point that I'm making is luxury YouTubers are not making a ton of money from Google AdSense until you're at a certain level of like, not just followers, but really views, like the amount of people watching the amount of people watching your channel. It has to be like a certain amount of people that are watching. I do feel like there is a huge shift in the interest for this kind of content maybe. And a lot of you have even told me like, you know, you like me, but right now like luxury is just not really your focus and you're not really going to be watching. And that doesn't bother me at all, because I think people should do what's right for them. It's just really interesting to me that there has been like this like shift, you know, with luxury. Oh no, I'm trying to open because these nails, these nails are very, very long. I think there has been like a huge shift, and that shift has definitely been felt, I think, for a lot of us. Definitely for me, it's been felt. Like people are not watching as much on YouTube, but people are following on TikTok, and people are like checking in on my blog. Like my blog is doing really well, which is really surprising, because I didn't think anyone would read my blog. But people are searching for content and then finding me. There are a few people who've like found me, not because of YouTube, but because of the blog that I have, which is really interesting. So I'm wondering like whether people are just losing interest, or maybe like real life is happening, because obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. There's all kinds of conflicts that are going on. Obviously there's like inflation, there's a massive cost of living crisis in the Western world. So I'm wondering like, do you think that those are things that are maybe affecting like people's interest in luxury? I still think people are very interested in luxury because the brands are making phenomenal sums of money. But I think that the people who are watching YouTube during the panoramic have shifted and moved on to different things. But the people who shop from luxury, the hardcore luxury shoppers, are still fully invested in it. And definitely I have noticed like with you guys, it's always the same people supporting, which makes me feel so happy and so good. I was telling my husband about it, because even my husband, he lurks and he reads all your comments, by the way. And he was like, it's so cool that it's like the same people who come back to support every video you film. It's like a core group of people in the comments who are always supporting your videos. I was like, yeah, it's really great. So anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm going to keep posting. I have huge plans for this channel, which I'm about to tell you in a second. But it's just interesting because a lot of people have stopped posting. Like a lot of people are not posting at the moment, like about luxury, not posting unboxings or whatever. And luxury unboxings, you know, we'll talk about that in a minute as well. But a lot of people have stopped posting. I'm super interested to know like why people aren't posting right now. Like I would love to know. Anyway, let me tell you what I'm up to. So while there might be a kind of quiet slumber in the YouTube scene, the TikTok luxury scene is on fire. The TikTok luxury scene has exploded. Now, TikTok is hard here because it's connected to your SIM card. It's not, it's connected to your SIM card. So a lot of the people who follow me are in Tanzania, and they don't really seem interested in like luxury branded brands. The only brand that I've noticed that Tanzanians like on my TikTok page is Versace, but I've posted like Hermes and no one cares. No one cared at all. So I'm wondering like maybe people in Tanzania don't care about Hermes on TikTok. But with TikTok is huge for luxury. Like many people have just moved to TikTok now because YouTube has become so quiet. Instagram is also super quiet lately. But in terms of me, like what am I going to be doing? So let me tell you the things which I am going to be doing that I'm super excited about. So if you remember from a few videos ago, I told you about the new direction that my channel is going to be going in, which is just basically more of the same. Luxury dragging videos, luxury discussion videos. I'll be posting more about the business of luxury. I've made a playlist, by the way. You can go watch that playlist with like luxury business videos. And we're going to do previews like of Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermes. We'll do colors and all that stuff. All of the main brands, I'll continue to feature them. Big H, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, of course my beloved Versace and Moschino. I'll continue to feature all of those houses, and Gucci as well, all of the major brands. I'd love to feature Ferragamo more as well, and Bottega Veneta as well. But in addition to featuring all of those major luxury brands, I also will be like doing more of like luxury travel and sharing more of like beauty and skincare. Like I said, everything I've used here is linked below. I am so excited because there's something which you're going to see basically in summer, and basically I'm going to create these guides. They're going to be free to read, and you can basically download them from my website. So you're only going to be able to see them once I have like gone traveling, because they're going to be basically, it's going to be like a Paris luxury shopping guide, like everything you need to know about luxury shopping in Paris, and God willing, if I go to Amsterdam, it'll be like Amsterdam luxury shopping guide, again, God willing. If I go to Berlin this summer, which is the plan, because when you have a Schengen visa, you can enter all of those cities like without another visa, then I'll do something like that for Berlin as well, and definitely London. But the ones that I can confirm I'm definitely doing, and Geneva, the ones that I can confirm that I'm doing is Paris and London, and then hopefully those other European cities. So it'll be like a luxury shopping guide, where to go shopping for luxury brands. Okay, I hope to feature like more vintage as well. Hopefully I'll be able to feature that a lot. I don't know a lot about resale. I don't think I'll include resale because I just don't know anything about luxury resale. I don't know anything about how to authenticate things. I think vintage is probably better for me, because vintage is like, if something is vintage, it's like they've gone through rigorous checks to make sure that it is authentic, versus resale. But basically, like for example, let's take Paris for example. It'll be like a Paris luxury shopping guide, and you can read it on my website. For right now, it's just going to be on my website, and it's going to be free to read. I'm never going to charge you money for it or anything like that, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. And it's going to explain where you can go luxury shopping, which flagships are the best, which ones to avoid, which department stores are the best, which ones to avoid. Hopefully I'll be adding vintage as well, where to eat, like where the fashion people eat, because like in Paris they're like fashion restaurants like L'Avenue on the Avenue Montaigne. I've never eaten there before yet, but last time we went there, I remember thinking, oh, I want to go and eat there. Like where to go eat in Paris and London and Geneva and Amsterdam, like the cool places to go eat, where to stay if you want to spend a ton of money, where to stay if you're happy to just stay somewhere, you know, comfortable and sleek. I remember I told you guys I went to boarding school, so for me, I can stay anywhere and I can make anywhere happen, but I know everyone isn't like me. So I'm super excited about this. So those are going to be called the Glamours and Guides, and like I said, they'll be free to read, but it'll be exclusive to my website. So they won't be in my Facebook group. They won't be like available. It won't be completely available to read like on my page. You have to go and read it on my website. And what I would love that you would do, if you can, is please go and subscribe to my email newsletter, which is linked below, because if you subscribe to my email newsletter, you will be basically the first person to hear about it, because once the guides are available, they will go to email subscribers first. Like the link, like to go read it, I'll send it to email people first before I come on here. So yeah, I'm so excited. And I was telling my husband about it, and he was just like, this is really fire. And he was like, okay, but I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm like, no one's worried about your opinion, honey. Okay, it's gonna be my opinion. So essentially they're going to be guides, but I'm curating it, and it's based on like my taste. It's gonna be a little bit, it's going to be very controlling on my side, because it's going to be things I like and things which I would love to recommend to you based on my standards, which honestly, I think I have pretty high standards for luxury experiences. I know so many of you think I'm always defending brands. It's not like that. I think I'm just fair. I think I'm fair. And I think sometimes when you're fair, you come across like, oh, you're always like making excuses. I'm not. If a brand is wrong in a dragging video, I will say that the brand is wrong. But if a brand isn't wrong, I'm sorry. I will kind of be honest about it. So I'm so excited. So my hope and my prayer is to update them like once a year or as often as I travel. Obviously, travel is dependent on many things. Obviously, if I'm just chilling at home and not traveling, then I can't, update anything. But my hope is that I can do it for many cities around the world. I would love to do it for Johannesburg as well. I need to do more in Johannesburg because normally whenever Edwin and I go to Johannesburg, we go there to like just chill at hotels. Like we don't even like beyond like going to Santon City, we just go to like the hotel and we chill at the hotel and we don't even really do that much. So for Joburg, I need to like explore a lot more, but definitely for like London and Paris, I know a lot about those two cities. And I really enjoyed Berlin. I'd love to do one for Berlin properly as well. And I'd love to do one for Amsterdam and, Geneva. I don't think I can go to Italy this year. I'm not going to go to Italy, but hopefully in the next few years, one day I will make it to Italy. And maybe we'll see a Glamazon guide from Italy. So it's going to be called Glamazon Guides. And like I said, there'll be cities and yeah, God willing, America as well. I'd love to do one for like New York and things like that, and Miami. So like I said, it's not like a travel guide per se. It's like Lonely Planet, but the luxury version, but for shopping. I hope that makes sense. So like, let's say you're planning a trip to go to Paris. I would love if you would just come on my website and read that guide when it's ready. Okay, I've written articles before about like the VAT refund. But I think that's very different. Like an article about the VAT refund, in my opinion, is super different to like a guide about like where to go to shop, which like flagships, and then I'll go into detail about the best flagships if you love Dior, the best like stores if you love Dior, the best shop if you love Big H. Like I know a lot about shopping at Big H now, so I'll be able to go into heaps of detail. Like for example, George Sank I think is great for French speakers. So if you're Canadian or you're from Belgium or Switzerland, I think George Sank is a good place because I think they cater to French speakers more. Whereas I feel like Faubourg is great for international tourists, and Sèvres is great if you love big spaces and you're someone who loves to discover like a lot of stock in one place. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. So these are basically going to be as and when I travel, I will release one. So when I go to Paris, I'll release the Paris one. If and when I go to Amsterdam, I'll release that. If and when I go to Geneva, I'll release that. But definitely the two places in Europe I'm going to this summer is Paris and London. So whenever I go to a city, I'll release like a Glamazon guide, and then you can go read it on my website. So they're going to be free to read, but I'm going to take them very seriously and make them very good. And the reason they're going to be free is because my goal with this channel is to share information. Like Google's mission, I think their mission was like to organize the world's information. My mission with this channel, not God, I'm not saying I'm important like Google, I'm not saying that at all, but my mission with this channel is to share luxury shopping information. I'm actually going to update my luxury header like on my YouTube channel about what this channel is about. And this channel is really about sharing luxury shopping information and shopping strategies, and from time to time I'll show you the things that I have been purchasing as well. So I'm just so excited about this new direction for the channel, which is basically more of the same. It's literally more of the same. I will still have lots of dragging videos. I filmed so many recently. I hope they're not boring. I will still be doing previews. I will still talk about price increases, and I will still show you the things that I buy from time to time. But I'm just so excited to just share like really amazing content with you guys that I'm ridiculously excited about. And I just cannot wait for you guys. Like I've already like started just slowly putting things together, like for the Paris one, because I already have so much knowledge already from all the experiences that I've had. And like I said, you'll be able to read it on my blog. So the reason why I don't want to charge is because I want to share information with people, and it's not in the cards for me to charge, because that's not really what I'm trying to do with my platform at this time. There are a lot of people who at the moment are like doing like members only lives. I have no issue with this, and just to be clear, I'm not mad at like YouTubers who want to do things their way. Everyone has their way of doing things. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But for me, that is not something which is important. I want to reach as many people who love luxury shopping and luxury brands like me. And by keeping it free and open to read, because obviously my website has advertising, so I'm still going to be compensated for the guides, if that makes sense. Like, because my website has like adverts on it anyway, so I'm still going to be compensated, but it's going to be free for you all to read. And it will like be, basically it'll be like on my website and you can read it. Obviously there'll be ads there, like in the guide, whatever, that's a given. Because if you read my blog anyway now, you see a lot of my posts do have adverts and stuff, so I will receive some compensation from it. But my hope is that like anyone who loves luxury shopping and wants to shop in different cities, like me, like the guide is basically kind of something which I've created kind of like for me, and I hope that you guys will benefit from it as well, because obviously there are no luxury brands in Tanzania. So I'm always like looking for information about, should I shop in New York, should I shop in Miami, where should I shop if I go to London, or where should I shop if I go to Paris, or if I go to Geneva, like where am I shopping, where am I going to eat, where are the fashion like places to go eat, like where all the cool kids go eat, and where are the really, really nice places where it doesn't matter, you know, how much money you have, and where are the fine dining places, where are the places that are cheap as chips but fantastic and brilliant. So I really, really hope that you guys will like it. You know, in the guide we'll cover hotels, we'll cover how to get around. For example, like I was reading about how like there's in some cities you can just get a car service for the day. Some of you might prefer to do that. I've never like gotten a car service in Europe, but we do have a driver here at home. And I've had many personal drivers in Tanzania, like through my company. I've hired many people who have been my driver and they've driven me around Dar. So I'll also look into that. And I've told you guys before, like for example with Paris, Bolt is cheaper than Uber. Like use the Bolt app, don't use the Uber app. The Uber app is like more expensive. So that is going to be just this really super exciting direction that my channel is going in. And I just think that you guys are just gonna love the content that's coming. Like it's just great luxury shopping, luxury branded themed content, but we'll have luxury hotels, luxury travel, skincare, lots of just great things. And a lot of it will be accessible on my blog. So I hope that you guys will join me on that. And just to be clear, I'm not mad at any influencer that is charging their followers to watch lives or to watch unboxings. I personally wouldn't do that. That is not my interest. But you know, everyone makes the decision on what is right for them. It's not for me to decide what's right for someone else. It's for me to decide what works for me. And for me, I want to share information. I want us all to share luxury information. That's why I have my Facebook group, it's linked below. That's why I have my blog. And that's why, like, if you send me a DM on Instagram, like, as long as I'm awake, because I am a human being. I know many of you think I'm a vampire that doesn't sleep. I am a human being who does sleep. And there's a huge time difference, obviously, because I live in Africa. But once I wake up in the morning before going to work, I check my DMs, I respond to you guys before I go to the office. And I just really, really enjoy sharing information about luxury shopping, because so much of this information is gate kept and people are kept away from the information. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, feeling really excited about this new direction. And don't worry, those dragging videos are coming thick and fast. I actually have filmed so many of them already. I have so many of them. As long as you guys are not tired of them, I hope that you guys aren't tired of them, but I have so many of them on the way. So yeah, I would love to know what you guys think about the Glamazon guides. Will you read them? Make sure you, like I said, sign up to the newsletter, because I will let you guys know when the first one is ready. But definitely Paris and London this summer, I will be writing a Glamazon guide for those two cities for sure. The other cities, it's like, I hope I have a lot of time. It just depends on my husband's schedule, because this next European trip, he will definitely be coming. He didn't come obviously in February, but this next European trip, he will be with me. So it just depends on our schedule if we have time, but I'm incredibly excited. So like I said, it'll be like luxury shopping, luxury brands, fine jewelry, watches, like where to buy watches, where to buy fine jewelry, where to buy like, you know, luxury clothing, but also like the vintage scene. I didn't do any of that really. And when I was living in London, I knew a lot about vintage stores and where to look for them, like in East London. So I would love to feature more of that. Even though I wouldn't say I know a ton about it, I can still like go and be on the lookout for you guys who do like that. So yeah, I really hope that you guys will love this new like direction. I think you're going to love it. It's still luxury all of the time. if I ever felt like I didn't want to post about luxury, I just probably wouldn't like update the channel anymore. There's like a blogger who I used to watch a lot. She's not a luxury blogger. She's not even a fashion blogger. It's like a niche blogger. And then when she became a mom, she just stopped posting about the niche content that I like subscribed for. And I don't like when I don't like when influencers and bloggers do that because it's really annoying. Obviously, I don't have kids, but her posting her baby's not a problem at all. But even when I have kids, like I wouldn't like change the scope of this channel to then talk about kids. So I had to like unfollow because I was like following her for a specific reason. There's another blogger as well who I used to follow, a business blogger who would share business content, and then she started posting about her boyfriend and her man. And I'm like, girl, boo, no one is here to watch you talk about your man and to watch you. And then she like wanted to like move away from business blogging and she wants to become a lifestyle influencer. And that's fine, but you end up losing so many people because you don't have like a perspective and stuff. So yeah, anyway, that is my announcement. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait for you guys to see those glamours and guides when they come out. And like I said, they'll be exclusive to my blog. And I cannot wait for you guys to see them. This channel is always going to be free for anyone and anyone and everyone to watch. There'll be no memberships or anything like that. I think maybe I hadn't explained this because maybe some of you don't want to join the group, so you think you have to pay. Oh my god, the group is free. You do not have to pay. I know that there's some people who do this on Facebook where you have to pay to be in a group. That is not what I'm about. It's free. So please go join. It's linked below, and go follow me on Instagram as well. So yeah. I am so excited about this and I can't wait to know what you guys think about everything. I wanted to just quickly tell you guys about something as well because I've been getting a bunch of messages from you about bloggers and influencers in the big H scene at the moment. Like, do I think it's still easier for them and all of that? I think it's still super easy for them to get offers and stuff, but I think that bloggers are very in tune that they are not coming across relatable in the Hermes scene, and they're saying things which are not correct. Like a few of you were telling me things that a few bloggers have been saying about shopping at Big H and saying how, you know, they're like everyone else, they're not given special treatment and all of this and stuff, and they are given special treatment. I just want to say, like, it's so obvious that there are certain bloggers, like, and please don't name drop anyone because I just don't care. I just want to respond to this specific issue. I don't care that they get special treatment. I care about you guys and how you guys are going to be like getting your offers and stuff. I don't care what a blogger does, but I care about you, like my audience. But without like name dropping anyone in like particular, what I've noticed is like bloggers are treated differently completely at Big H worldwide in every single jurisdiction and in every single market, and I think because they're treated differently, they don't know what it's like to struggle. I'm not a famous blogger. Maybe if I was a famous blogger, maybe when I went to Sev I would have left with an offer that day. I don't know. I'm not a famous blogger, you know. I know some of you are like, oh well, maybe they'll recognize you one day. I mean, I don't want anyone from Big H to recognize me. Believe it or not, I'm actually very discreet and a very low key person. I know I don't seem that way. I know you're like, oh my god, you love logos. How can you be so discreet and low key? I'm actually very low key. When you meet me in real life, I'm a very very low key person. So part of me thinks like, I don't know. Part of me kind of thinks like, a lot of bloggers want to seem very relatable because they see a lot of this content about the Hermes game, so they also want to give you tips and advice on like how to be successful at Big H, but they have huge followings, and I don't know how anyone who is invited to like a catwalk show for Big H, obviously that person is going to get a quota offer, okay? How can that person then tell you that, oh guys, like it doesn't matter, you know, what you spend, it's not about that, it's about connection, you know, with the essay and stuff. I don't know how those bloggers like can say those things because they are treated completely differently to the rest of us. And it's just something which I don't understand. So I think bloggers are still a huge part of Big H's strategy. I think bloggers and influencers are always going to have it easier. I think you should just enjoy bloggers' content for what it is, but I wouldn't watch bloggers' content and then think you're going to go to Big H and get treated like a blogger. I think a lot of bloggers with like a big following like watch a lot of Big H content, and like there's a lot of demand for like information about how Paris works or how to get one in a really tough like local store. And I think a lot of these bloggers like want to seem relatable to a lot of us. Remember how I said the whole issue of being relatable is such like it's such a it's a thing which I just don't feel like it should matter. Like it doesn't matter if someone is relatable or not. But I think that there are bloggers who want to be relatable to us. So they say things like, oh, you know, like, oh, you don't have to do this and it's about luck and all you have to do is get the lottery and all you have to do, or for Paris or for your home store, all you have to do is go and click with an essay. Click with an essay how? How do you click with someone who gets like, you know, dozens and dozens and frankly hundreds of messages a day with every single person saying, can I have a Birkin, can I have a Kelly, you know, can I have a Constance? You know, I would love if bloggers and influencers would just admit that they have a lot of privilege. And don't get me wrong, it's not like, I'm not saying I don't like bloggers and influencers. I follow many of your favorite bloggers and influencers. I like them and I enjoy their content and I watch their content. And I just don't understand this like need to be relatable in the Big H scene when they are treated so much differently than the rest of us. Like if you're a blogger and you're a famous blogger and the essay, like for example, if the essay recognizes a blogger, they're going to offer that person a Birkin or a Kelly. I've literally watched so many videos where it's so obvious that the person got the Birkin or Kelly because they have 100K, 200K, 300K followers, 400K, 500K. And then the person does not want to admit that. Like, I don't know, it really drives me mad. Anyway, I think just understand that bloggers and influencers have a different, I'm not saying don't listen to their information. I'm not saying that. You can listen to whoever's information you want, but they are treated very differently to you. So you might watch a blogger and they got, you know, one of the 3 Holy Grail handbags and you're like, wow. And then, because this has happened to me before where someone has come on here and said, why are you telling people to show loyalty? Why do your Birkin babe videos always tell people be loyal, show loyalty to the brand, show loyalty. But like I watched XYZ blogger, then they'll name the blogger. And like I said, don't name drop anyone. They'll name the blogger and be like, I've watched XYZ, a person who, you know, got you know, a mini Kelly and they didn't have to buy anything. They literally just bought like, you know, a pair of shoes. And I'm like, literally people who get like the mini Kelly or the Birkin 25, the Kelly 25, these really desirable bags and if they're like really famous, like they're famous on the internet, they got it because of their following. Like I don't understand how people just don't see this, you know? Like I don't see how it's helpful if you're trying to get like a quota offer to like focus on that. So please do not focus on what bloggers and influencers are getting. Look at what a normal client at your home store or even in Paris, what a normal client is getting, because a normal client's experience is the experience that most of us will have. Most of us will have what a normal client is experiencing. And normal clients in 2023 are going 2-to-1, 3-to-1 for home stores. The Paris scene is incredibly competitive. If you can even get an essay to, you know, respond to your messages, you're winning. If you can get an essay to give you a card, I mean, woohoo. You know, there's so many people are trying and it's not happening for them. They're like, no, madam, we do not have any bags today, blah, blah, blah. So please, if this is just more just like a PSA, I'm not saying don't follow bloggers. I follow a lot of bloggers on TikTok. I love a lot of their content and I think they're wonderful and fantastic, but they are absolutely treated very differently to the rest of us. I know, honestly, and some of you have said to me like, oh, someone with 50K is not a lot. That 50,000 followers or subscribers in luxury blogging is a lot. Imagine 50,000 people in like a auditorium. It's a lot of people, you know? So you might be like, oh, that's not a lot of people. It's a lot of people. And this is the thing, you know, it's time for us to kind of be aware of that and acknowledge that that is a lot of people. Okay, so I'd love to know what you guys think about that, and I hope that you guys have, you know, been liking my videos about, you know, bait and things like that. You know, of course it's like fun, you know, to talk about this, but like, if you're not a famous blogger or celebrity, you have to show loyalty. There's some people who were grandfathered into great experiences at Big H. Maybe their parents shopped there. But honestly, even those people are still buying things. Some of you have said to me like, Big H prioritizes people with names and stuff like that. Maybe, but they still have to buy things, and you're not going to maintain your name at Big H if you're not spending. They're still spending. So many people are spending, and I think that is the key thing. So just know that many people are spending money, even if to you it doesn't seem like they are. The way people lie about Hermes loyalty is like, I think, one of the most frustrating things about the Hermes like game. Sometimes I feel like it's not even really Hermes that's the problem. It's like the sort of shopping culture that has come around from shopping at the brand. So many people who shop at the brand don't want to talk about loyalty and like how much they've spent and things like that. And I'm not saying that I'm owed that information. Definitely not saying that I'm owed that information. But I don't understand, like, I don't understand how, for example, this is what I don't get. I don't get people who go on TikTok and Instagram, show Birkin or Kelly or Constance, but don't want to say the loyalty that they had, because one of those 3 bags, unless you're a very famous blogger, even then they're still going to buy like a lipstick or something. You have shown loyalty for that. It's something which I just don't understand, and I don't want to be part of it. And that's why, you know, when I was doing my Birkin bake videos, I'm still doing them, it's always to me been about making sure that we share that information. So, you know, even if you got an offer recently and you're a very private person, drop a comment below and tell us the loyalty that you showed. You know, I have like a new series as well at some point that I'll be doing very soon about like under the radar categories that we don't really talk about. So like exotic SLGs, because I think they're huge. I think exotic SLGs count, but leather goods don't count. So like if you're someone who buys a lot of leather, you need to like decrease buying the normal leathers and maybe buy like a lizard, like Constant Slim wallet. That's absolutely going to count. Like the Croc Kelly wallets, which are like 15,000 euros, or alligator, whatever, they absolutely count. I think the GJ in Croc is like 20,000 euros. Those 100% count. So like the exotic SLGs, the the exotic SLGs and the luggages, for example, because now Big H is really pushing their luggages. I still prefer Louis Vuitton's luggage, Big H, but okay, I know you don't care, but still. So you know, I have like some content as well coming about that, because I think that's really interesting as well. So like, you know, there's so many people who are spending and buying. Please don't think that no one is spending and buying. I know with influencers and bloggers, like they present a certain image. And if you think about it, people present that image because they want to seem like they're special and that they haven't done anything. If you get a really great offer and you don't share, like, or even if you don't want to share everything you bought, at the very least, say the category. Maybe you bought a bunch of fine jewelry and you don't want to share. At least say like what the fine jewelry is. I think that's really, really important. So I'd love to know what you guys think about like the whole scene of influencers and bloggers having it easier at Big H. Like, how does that affect you guys? Do you guys care? Do you not care? By the way, I need to get like a jewelry box. I'm thinking about getting the Coffret Trésor from Louis Vuitton, because I keep all of my jewelry in this Louis Vuitton package. I'd love to know what you guys think about everything. So yeah, make sure that you tell me. I would love to just know your opinions on it all. I love hearing from you guys. I just love chatting to you guys about this stuff, because I find it so interesting. For what ring I'm gonna put this finger on. So yeah, make sure that you're fully subscribed below, and you tell me what you guys think about everything, because I love hearing it from you. And I think that you sometimes you guys' opinions are so fascinating. Like one of my recent videos where we had a really fun discussion with a bunch of you in the comments was the video where one of my driving videos where I was saying how when you're shopping in Paris, like you need to tell the essay, I want to buy this today. Some of you were saying if I said that in America, that I would get a cold like response if I walked into a boutique in America. Well, this is perfect. I will still use that strategy when I go to America at some point this year, and I'll walk into Louis Vuitton or Chanel or Big H and be like, I want to buy this today, and then we'll see what will happen. But the response from a few of you was very interesting. It was a very interesting response. I loved reading your comments and stuff, because some of you were like, oh, that would be seen as rude in America. And I was like, you know what? If it's seen as rude in America, boo, that is fascinating, because in Paris, honey, telling an essay you want to, because some of you were saying how in America you would say you want to look around and then have them show you things. I feel like if you say that in Paris or Europe, they're like, this person doesn't have any money and they're just here to waste time. They just want to browse. They don't want to buy anything. I'm tired. You know, so it's fascinating seeing the cultural differences. And just to be clear, neither's wrong. It's completely fine if you walk in and say, I would like to, you know, just look around. There's nothing wrong with that. So it was just super interesting just to like read those comments, because it got me thinking so much about the Paris scene. And the Paris scene is like the scene I'm the most familiar with. I would love to kind of get back into the London shopping scene as well, so I can't wait for the London trip, because I can't wait to see what's going on there. I got my Longchamp like refund from Longchamp Berlin recently, so I just love the European scene, because obviously you get the VAT refund and everything. But it was just fascinating to like get the reaction from you guys, because you guys were so like, oh, in America that wouldn't work, and this and this, and it was so interesting. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I have to try it in America and see if I get dragged like you guys said, because it was just really, really interesting. So I love knowing what you guys think about all of that stuff. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about the way essays respond and react and stuff. I just like, Paris now has become the playground of the top 1% of luxury shoppers worldwide. Can't wait to do like a comparison between my experiences in Paris and my experiences in London, and hopefully Berlin, Amsterdam, and Geneva like this summer. Like I can't wait to get those guides out to you guys, because I'm so excited. I'm going to be very like truthful and honest, and I just hope that you guys will really enjoy those guides. So I'm really, really excited, because it's always great to do dragging videos, because my dragging videos tend to be quite international. Like I do try and feature as much as I can. I've featured the Middle East, Asia, obviously Europe, and you know, North America as well. You know, I want to, you know, one of you asked me a question on Instagram. You said, I never feature the Louis Vuitton boutique in Santon City. Well, obviously, I don't want to like ruin anything there. You know, I only feature places that aren't my home store, obviously. But the Johannesburg Louis Vuitton is like my new home store now, because I have an essay there now. So I wouldn't want to ruin anything. But I have read some reviews and they're pretty harsh. Of the Santon City store. The Santon City store has gotten dragged many times. So I'm going to put on some perfume before heading out. This is Gucci Bloom. By the way, this perfume is so amazing. Like, I took it with me to Berlin and Paris, and it's the only perfume that literally lasts the whole day. It smells so beautiful and fresh. Oh God, it smells so good. Love it. So yeah, I'm gonna head out now. I really hope that you have enjoyed this chatty get ready with me, and I hope that you're excited about the new awesome changes coming. I'd love to know what kind of luxury content you're watching right now. I'm going to focus on things which I want to like film. So like I said, I'm going to be filming my luxury dragging videos. We'll be doing new releases. We're talking about fine jewelry, watches, cars, hotels, travel, fashion new releases. Every month there's fashion week. I'll be posting about the new collections. You guys seem to really like my previews of the like fashion shows. I think by the time you see this, I will have a Chanel preview of their catwalk show that's coming as well. But you guys seem to really like the fashion week content, which is great, because I love fashion week, because I love seeing what's new. So September I'll do the same thing. I'm really excited about the content I have coming. I'm not leaving YouTube, or I'm not like leaving YouTube or stopping to post about luxury. I really, really enjoy it. The only thing that would stop me is if I had like something going on in my personal life or a personal emergency. That would be the only thing. But I love this content. I think it's super interesting. I think another thing about me is because like I am very like I don't know, like I'm very like, I like so many different types of luxury. Like I like luxury fashion, fine jewelry, watches, ready to wear, travel, cars. Like I like so many different things within the luxury space. Like I'm not obsessed with handbags. I'm not obsessed with like one thing. I think that makes it easier to create like a lot of diversity in the type of content that I film. I'm not also obsessed with just one brand. I like many brands, so I feel like I feel like this is like a cool place to come to just immerse yourself in luxury brands, luxury shopping, and luxury experiences. And that is going to be the focus moving forward. So I really hope that you guys will be sticking around for this content. Obviously, you need to go sign up to the newsletter, because email newsletter subscribers will get the news about the glamours and guides first before everyone else. Go join my Facebook group. It's so much fun. I'd love to see you there. If you love luxury, please go join. And this is, and I want you guys to know that like my luxury channel is like a place for you to come and just enjoy my videos, see them as entertainment. I was looking at the stats, and 15% of you watch my videos on the television. I mean, like at the moment, because stats change all the time. I just think that's so cool that people watch my content on TV. I mean, I find that absolutely fascinating. I watch a lot of YouTubers on TV, so I don't know why I'm acting so ooh. Sometimes my cat sits there and we watch like YouTube videos together. My cat's like, you know, like, go, bye. You know, like, you know, he doesn't care, but you know, we sit there and watch YouTube videos together. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this chatty get ready with me. I hadn't done it in a really long time. So yeah, make sure that you stick around. I'll be doing 3 videos a week. Sometimes I'll do a bonus video, it depends. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the luxury space at the moment, so it's made me have to kind of film bonus content. But I'm juggling, I'm much better at managing my time now between this channel, my personal life, and my business. And it's because my team leader, who is also my assistant in my company, is like managing my schedule now at work better. So she'll be like, don't forget on the weekend you have to film your videos. And then on Monday I have to like tell her I've filmed. She's really good at managing my schedule, and that has been helping me, and that is why I'm able now to like really stick to my schedule and film a minimum of 3 videos a week. Ideally they should be going up Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Some days maybe it will be Wednesday, but you can expect to see my videos 3 times a week. Make sure you're fully subscribed, and you stick around basically, and turn on notifications. Notifications are the most important thing, you guys. Some of you, you're not turning them on. I don't know why you're not turning them on, but you need to turn them on. If you turn on my the notifications, like, you don't need to worry about what day I'm posting, but if you don't turn them on, then you know you will have to kind of worry about that. If it goes without saying, but obviously subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And yeah, I can't wait to chat to you guys in the comments and to hear what you guys have to say about everything. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.